The wind howls like an ominous song. Something strange begins again. Here come the shadows of the Acheron. Hear the screams that are dead and gone. Hear of lives cut short in the end. The wind howls like an ominous song. A void-filled evening that goes on too long. No hope is found in this endless bend. Here come the shadows of the Acheron. The path is winding and very long. A lone, jagged peak of promise awaits at the end. The wind howls like an ominous song. Come take the plunge if you feel so strong. Struggle against the jagged earth to ascend. Here come the shadows of the Acheron. All hope of freedom is gone. The old jagged peak has no freedom to lend. The wind howls like an ominous song. Here come the shadows of the Acheron. Blaine's log. What day are we on? Honestly, I've lost track, and I don't know if it even matter. I mean, why bother counting days now? The world's ending around us. That's a little dark. But when in Rome, right? I mean, the city's a mess. Shadows are moving around in wild patterns. Everything's decayed and lost in an empty shell of what it used to be. All the jazzy music, all the laughter, everything vibrant and fun, it's just gone. The streets are silent in a way that's never really been done before. All of this to put us on ease. What? Yes, Liv, I have to do this now. Well, someone's gotta document what's going on, and I happen to be a reporter, so don't give me that look. Look, Liv, I'm sorry you don't like my little panache or pizzazz, but hey, I don't tell you how to do your exhausting job in the middle of an apocalypse, so don't tell me how to do mine. Okay? Okay. Cops. Sorry about that, everyone. That very sarcastic woman walking ahead of me right now is Olivia Hawthorne, sheriff of whatever remains of the city. And despite our past experience with each other, she's agreed to help me make it to the radio station in one piece. She's been really slow and stubborn and asinine about the whole thing, but hey, the streets are apparently crawling with all sorts of shadows and distorted creatures, and she's kept me safe from all of it. So, you know, can't complain too much. It's nice to have the extra protection on our way to the station. Once we get there, which is going to be a few days now, even though it should have been a few hours, well, I'm not sure. I'm trying to send out a broadcast or something, maybe gather a few useful notes to figure out how to fix this old mess, but I don't know. It isn't much of a plan right now. It's not much of a plan right now, but hey, it's better than nothing. I still have a few notebooks, that leather journal, and whatever Jack has on his shelf, which, if memory serves, was a lot. So, you know, out of all of that, something's gonna work out, right? Something has to work out. It has to. We're giving this the best we can. At least, that's the hope. I'm not trying to think about this too much in darkness terms, but all of this is taking its toll. The running, the darkness, the uncertainty. I'm trying to act all tough and strong, but it's killing me. Like, I don't know if I'm safe, let alone everyone else. I don't know where anyone is. or if they're even alright. Issa, Rex, Marina. Marina. I hope she's still alive. I hope Marina's still out there somewhere. Because I need her. She's my best friend. She's the only person that ever seems to pull me back after I go in too deep. Oh well. Not much I can do about it. Wherever she is, whatever she's doing. It doesn't help anything to worry about it. I mean, she's probably figured something out, right? She's probably out there doing her thing, waiting for me to do my thing. And who knows? Maybe her thing will mix with my thing and become a big thing, and that will do the thing to fix the thing and cause the thing to thing. Yeah. At least I have something to work with. Unlike Liv up there, we took a detour, but it's taking several days, and I'm trying to be patient. Because maybe she's right, maybe this was a safer option. I mean, we had that big run-in with Jeremy, and it didn't end super well. And she's probably dealing with that, right? It's hard to say. Part of me wonders if we're doing the right thing. I mean, we were right there. It would have just been like, pew, pew, okay, let's run that way. And then we're at the station in a few hours. Instead, she's made us take the back roads. And what should have been a couple of hours has turned into about a week. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting antsy. And Liv, she isn't showing any signs. She's just a stoic soldier pressing forward. I mean, it's fair. She's been busy these last couple of months, looking for survivors, setting up shelters, fighting off whatever strange, lurking thing is causing harm. According to her, it's been rough. But hey, we've all had it rough. And she honestly hasn't shown any signs about it. I asked her about just like shelters and people, and she's been cagey about the answers. Not much to say other than things slipping away to glowing blue lights, whispering shadows, and dark hands reaching out when you least expect them. So yeah, from what I can gather, it's been a couple of rough months for our dear sheriff. How deep and how rough has this been? It's hard to say. She's been really quiet about the whole thing, and I don't know what to do with it. So far, I've just tried to stay quiet and trust. I mean, she's the sheriff of this town, right? She knows what she's doing. Okay, I'd never say this out loud, but I kind of feel bad for Liv. I mean, the city she was charged with is a mess. She had to shoot her friend in the face on her way to save me, and everything else. It's a lot for one person to deal with, but you wouldn't know. Right now, I'm trying to give her space. It's not easy when you're the only two people navigating everything, but I'm doing my best. You know, I know how easy it is for me to get on her nerves. I mean, we've been doing that exact same little, annoyance game for the last 3 years now, so trying to be kind. Not going great, but we're moving in the right direction. Hopefully. Yeah. Anyways, do you want to hear a poem? I found a fancy stationery, inches away from my face last night. Should I probably ask questions? I don't know. When do these things ever make sense? This city is like some big, weird, trippy dream. Except now the settings are turned to nightmare mode for some reason. So let's not worry too much about the current things that aren't being threatening, and just read a poem and pretend everything's fine. You know, like the old days. A thick fog devours the sky. Memories of sunshine fade. A world where all the colors die. The wind howls as clouds pass by. It's a tumultuous storm parade. A thick fog devours the sky. The sunlight's far gone out of sight. All is left is hues of gray. A world where all the colors die. You can't escape, although you try. The path before us here is laid. A thick fog devours the sky. Walk with hopes and dreams to fly. Find somewhere far from this charade. A world where all the colors die. A distant man stands with tears in eye. Is he real or just a shade? A thick fog devours the sky. A world where all the colors die. Huh. Well, that's a bummer. But fitting for the situation. You know, it's funny. Like, not ha-ha funny, but like, interesting funny. I feel like I've heard this one before. Maybe we used it on the show? Maybe it was something? Was it the weather? I mean, it's a villain now, so... Probably? Probably. I don't know. An old poem from the radio days. It's either a sign we're on the right track, or a warning that something's about to go horribly wrong. Knowing my track record, probably both. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But now, Liv's signaling to stop. We've been walking for a few hours now, so I guess it's break time? I don't know, we're starting to get close to the station, so as long as we just keep up this pace, we should be there soon. So yeah, I guess I'll go see. Talk to you later. You're out of your mind.
All I'm saying is that it's time to set up camp. We've been walking all day. It's time to find shelter for the night. This hollowed-out cafe looks about as good a place as any to spend the night.
Really? Here? Now? We're only a few hours away from the station. We already had to take a massive detour because you were too stubborn to push ahead. How much longer are you going to set me back?
It's only for the night. We've been walking for hours. Think about it. You're tired, you're hungry. Look, I know you're eager to do something about the city, but it can wait.
Can it?
We're resting.
People are dying right now. The whole city's crumbling. But sure, I'll just sit here and act like none of it bothers me at all.
I'm doing this for our own good. You need to calm down.
Calm down. Calm down. Seriously? My best friend is out there. Plus, everyone I love. My family, my home, everything. They're just suffering out there while we're sitting here and doing nothing.
We'll be at the station soon enough.
Oh, will we? Because right now, it's taking so much longer than it should. We could have bulldozed past Jeremy. We could have made a run for it. Heck, we could have taken the other way around and not go through the back roads, but no. You know, I was almost there. I could have been there by now until you came along.
I saved your life.
Right. And look at us now. That totally made a huge difference. I'll just sit back and be so very grateful that you stepped in, that you decided to lift your finger and do something, and then we'll just relax. We'll just sit back and shut everything else down. Just walk away, just like you did with Bella Jewel, and the mayor, and every single problem and person that ever seems to pop up. Because that's what you do, Liv. You just dance around the issue and pretend it means nothing. Tell me, what's it like having to watch your city fall apart while you sit there and don't do anything? How many times do you have to watch the people you love suffer before you lift a finger? Go ahead. Do the act. Be all those big convoluted things that you're so good at. But as for me, I just can't stay with it. Because unlike you, I actually care.
That's enough. You think I don't care about this city? You think I'm not trying to save the day and figure it out? I've been desperately trying to keep all of this together since day one. It's been me pulling people out of danger and holes. Me trying to set up shelter, make sure everyone has a place to go. Me trying to keep the public from stumbling into whatever those shadows are. I've had nothing but sleepless nights, anxious encounters, and rage-filled moments that I couldn't let anyone else see. Because somebody has to step up. Because somebody has to take care of everything. I've sacrificed every bit of sanity and life I've had in me just to keep this city afloat. And I thought, for the most part, I was doing okay. Until you, some selfish child, rolls around and just starts tearing it apart. So yes, congratulations, Blaine. I hope you're proud of yourself. I hope you feel so much holier than I am. Because yes, you dug and you searched and you ripped up every single safe piece that I put in place without a single thought to how it would affect everyone else. The city was hanging on by a thread, and you just couldn't stop yourself from picking at it. The chase was too enticing to leave alone, so you dig and dig and dig until there is nothing left to hold the city up. But sure, you found answers. You found meaning. You got all of that lovely stuff going. But what did it cost? I tried to warn you. I tried to put up every safeguard I could, but it just wasn't good enough for your little fingers. And so now here we are, at the bottom of the pit, struggling to survive while I am desperately trying to keep the people okay as much as I can. But sure, go ahead. Tell me I'm lazy. Tell me I don't care. After all, you're the great big explorer who's brought us to this situation in the first place. So of course you should know more than I did. Go ahead. Say it. At the end of the day, though, it's comforting to know that at least I'm not the fool that dragged us down to hell.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry for everything I said. That was way out of line. I should have considered that you've been busy over these last few months, so fine. You know this place better than I do. So, I guess I'll go look around the kitchen and try to find food stuff in this abandoned cafe.
Thank you.
Oh, and hey, Liv. I'm sorry about everything. Like, all the stuff I did, but also everything that happened with Bella Jewel, Jeremy, all the city. It really sucks, and I know this isn't much, but yeah, whatever. You're not the first nosy reporter to cause trouble. In fact, one of the things that irritates me about you the most is just how much you remind me of her. Bella Jewel? Who else? If it's alright for me to ask, what was she like?
Really? Out of all the things you could ask me right now, you ask about that?
Well, you brought her up first.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Bella, she was something else. Clever, resourceful, charming.
It didn't matter what you threw at her.
She would always find a way to make it work for her. Truthfully, that's one of the things that made me fall as hard as I did. She sounds pretty great. She was. She really was. She was everything to me, in a way. I loved her almost as much as she annoyed me. And you, well, you both have the annoying habit of digging where you're not supposed to be. But don't feel too bad. Nothing ever changes if no one is willing to dig. You know, I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Don't get used to it. Right, well, good night, I guess. Talk to you in the morning. Yeah, good night. Blaine's log, it's been an emotional night, but hey, we're making it work. We've walked a few blocks now, and things are going interesting. We're getting closer to the station. So far, nothing too crazy has popped up, and I think I have a general idea of what I'm going to do once we get there. Obviously, we have to go through Jack's notebooks, see what he has, see what I have, see if we got anything that could be helpful, yeah, but I think I'm going to put a message out there for Jack. If not, Marina and anyone else who's trying. But Jack's in an emotional place right now. If that thing that I read earlier was anything to go off of, he's dealing with a lot of stuff. And I don't know if it's too little too late or if it's going to be able to do anything, but I'm going to try to talk to him. I'm going to try to reach out and help however I can. It isn't much, but hey, who knows, it might just be what Jack needs. I mean, at the very least, can't hurt to try. I mean, it's my job to talk on the radio, so here's to hoping. We'll just keep moving along to that last big scuffle. Hopefully. Well, we'll have to see. Until then, I have a big hill to climb. So, wish me luck.
Dream Girl City is a production by N.J. Schulze. It was written, produced, and acted by N.J. Schulze. The poems featured for today are Across the Acheron and A Stormy World, written by N.J. Schulze. Have a question? Have a comment? Have a cool epic poem based on a band that may or may not be the Crane Wives that you want to submit? Email all of this and more to DreamGirlCityRadio@gmail.com. Or check us out on social media and join the Raccoon Army. If you like supporting the show, please consider rating and reviewing us wherever you get your podcasts. We spread by word of mouth, so everything that you do helps us greatly. If you feel like financial donations, we do have a shop with a few things available, as well as the Acast support feature on Spotify. Thank you so much to all of those who are supporting us and for cheering us on and for being with us during this interesting season. There's so much more to come, but until that time, just remember, it all begins to sing once you find the ring. I will not elaborate.